Sir, sir, I'm not getting any sound.
Yes, sir.
Sir,
We
I
also.
can't hear you.
So we can't hear you.
Sir, we
Okay.
can't hear you.
Okay, the audio was off. Okay. Now you can hear me?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
So I
Yes,
repeat
sir.
once again.
Yes, sir.
The cardinality of the question here is draw a Venn diagram to illustrate the following information. What information is given? The cardinality of A is given. The cardinality of B is given. Cardinality of A intersection B is given. And cardinality of A union B complement is given. Okay. You need to illustrate this in a Venn diagram. Okay. And then you have to answer these 4 questions that are there. Okay. So first of all, let us illustrate. First of all, I have drawn a rectangle and the 2 sets. There are 2 sets only, A and B here. So I've drawn the 2 sets, A and B. Okay. And they have said the cardinality of A is 25. Remember, cardinality of A is 25. We cannot write inside the circle here. We cannot do that. You know why? Because cardinality of A is 25 also includes B here. Understood? This area, this region also includes B, the set B. That is why we cannot write 25 directly. Okay. So what we will do here is we will write 25 just beside our letter A here. Right, 25A here. Okay. This is cardinality of A. Similarly, cardinality of B is given to be 16. So we'll write this here. Okay. Next, cardinality of A intersection B. What is A intersection B? A intersection B, which region that is represent in the Venn diagram? This one, right? So therefore, what I am going to do here is that I am going to write this A intersection B here, 6. Okay. Next is cardinality of A union B complement. Now, A union B complement is what? A union B complement is the region that is outside the 2 circles. Okay, A union B is the region that is outside the 2 circles. Do you agree or not? When we were drawing Venn diagrams, remember we were shading which part? We were shading this part, all this part, right? Except the 2 circles. You remember for cardinality of A union B?
Yes, sir.
If you
Yes,
don't,
sir.
then look back. Okay, but this is the region that represents A union B complement. So what we are going to do here is that since this region represents A union B complement, and what is the cardinality of A union B complement given? It is given to be 5. So what we'll do here is we'll write 5 here. You can also write 5 here or here, whichever way, whichever place you want, but write it only once. Okay, we'll write 5 here to denote that cardinality of A union B complement is 5. So we have represented it with the help of Venn diagram. Now we move on to find out the answer to the questions that are given. Okay, so first question. First question is you need to find out the cardinality of A union B. You need to find out the cardinality of A union B. Now A union B is the region between inside the both the circles, right? So what should be the cardinality? of A union B. Can you tell me what should be the cardinality of A union B? See,
Mm.
cardinality of A union B. What is the cardinality of A here? From cardinality theorem, do you remember cardinality theorem? Cardinality of A plus cardinality of B, the formula cardinality theorem. Cardinality of A union B is cardinality of A plus cardinality of B minus cardinality of A intersection B. So what is the cardinality of A here? 25. What is the cardinality of B? 16. And what is the cardinality of A intersection B given? It is 6. So that's done. So this is 41 minus 6, which is 35. Okay. So this is the cardinality of A union B. Next, cardinality of the universal set. That is the next question. So cardinality of the universal set. What should be the cardinality of the universal set?
Sir, can I tell?
Yes, say.
Sir, can I say?
Yes, Chris, tell me.
Sir, cardinality of A plus cardinality of A intersection. No, complement.
Hmm. But where is complement?
Sir, on the left hand side.
Do I know
This side, this
complement here? Do I know the complement here? A complement do I know?
No, sir.
Then how will I find out cardinality of xi?
Mm,
See, what you know here is, you know cardinality of A union B, right? You also know cardinality of A union B complement. So cardinality of xi will be cardinality of A. You use that, you use A union B, cardinality of A union B plus cardinality of A union B complement. That's it. Understood?
yes,
Cardinality
sir.
of A union B means whatever region is there inside the circles. Okay, all this part. And cardinality of A union B complement means all these regions outside the circle. That means this will give you the cardinality of xi, right? So that is what. That is why we use cardinality of A union B. Okay, so this is cardinality of A union B. We just found out to be 35, and cardinality of A union B complement is 5. This gives us 40. Okay, next one. Cardinality of A minus B. What is the cardinality of A
Sir,
minus B?
sir,
Yes,
can I say?
say.
Sir, it will be 25 minus 6.
Why?
Sir, because their A is 25 and
Yes.
A union B is 6. So for that.
Yeah, A union B is 6. No, A cardinality of A intersection B is 6. See, you can see it easily, very easily here.
Yes,
What is the
sir. Sure,
cardinality? What
sir.
is the cardinality of A minus which region does it represent? Cardinality of A minus B represent this region. Okay, this region, except the common region. Do you agree? Cardinality of A minus B represents this. So what is this? This is the entire this circle. This entire circle minus this common region, right or wrong?
Yes,
And
sir.
what is this? What is the set?
Yes, sir.
What is the set that is represented by the red circle? It is cardinality of A minus. And what is the set that is represented by this green shaded part? What is this set?
So
This
cardinality of B.
A intersection B.
Oh.
That's it. So this is 25 minus 6, which is 19. Okay. And the last part, similarly for cardinality of B minus A, this will be the cardinality of B
16.
minus the cardinality of A intersection B. Should be cardinality of B is 16 minus 6 is 10.
10.
Okay, so that is how we find out. Next, very important problem. In a group of 1,000 people, there are 750 who can speak Hindi and 400 can speak Bengali. How many can speak Hindi only? Now, if suppose first thing is before going to the question, suppose I speak Hindi and Bengali. Okay, if I say I can speak Hindi, then does it mean that I cannot speak Bengali? Tell me fast.
No,
No.
no, sir.
If
No,
I
sir.
I did not
Speak in
say
Bengali.
I did not say that I can speak Hindi only. Did I say? I did not say that I
No,
can
sir.
speak Hindi only, right? So that is why if I say that I can speak Hindi, it means that I can speak Bengali also, I can speak Latin also, I can speak Spanish also, I can speak any other language, but definitely I can speak Hindi. Okay. But if I say that I can speak Hindi only, then what does it mean? If I
So
say
that means you
Sir,
can only
only Hindi.
that means I cannot speak any other language except Hindi. Right? So that is
Yes,
what
sir.
the difference here is. Okay. So here in a group of 1,000 people, so total number of people is 1,000. There are 750 who can speak Hindi. Now, if these 750 people can speak Hindi, then can I say that they cannot speak Bengali? Some may also speak Bengali in this 750, right?
Yes, sir.
It is possible that some can speak Bengali also. Okay. Similarly, 400 people can speak Bengali. Now, if these 400 can speak Bengali, it is quite possible that some of them can also speak Hindi, right?
Yes, sir.
They did not say that they
Yes,
can
sir.
speak Bengali only, right?
yes,
It is
sir.
possible that they can speak Bengali, Hindi also. The people who speak Bengali, some of them speak Hindi. So that is the assumption under which we are going to work here. Okay. So first of all, what we are going to do here is we are going to say what is given. We are going to say let the set of people who speak Hindi be A and the set of people who speak Bengali be B. Okay. So set of people who speak Hindi is A, set of people who speak Bengali is B. Now we shall represent it with the help of a Venn diagram. Let's see how it will look like in case of a Venn diagram. Overlapping sets A and B, and this is your cardinality of the universal set. What is the cardinality of the universal set? How many people are there in total? 1,000. So cardinality of the universal set is 1,000. How many can speak Hindi? A is the set of people who speak Hindi. How many can speak Hindi? 750. So I'll write 750 here. How many can speak Bengali? 400. So I'll just write 400.
400.
400.
Okay. So question is, how many can speak Hindi only? How many can speak Bengali only? How many can speak both the languages? Okay. Now suppose what is this entire circle here? Let me shade it in. This entire circle represents the set A. This entire circle represents the set B. Right? So this, what is this common area? This common area is what? Now remember, this common area represents A intersection B. And A intersection B means what? A intersection B means those who can speak Hindi and Bengali, both the languages, those who can speak, right?
Yes, sir.
So,
Yes, sir.
so therefore, what I now do here is I say let the number of people who speak Hindi and Bengali be X.
Sir. Sir.
Yes, tell me.
Sir, the total number of people are 1000.
Yes, it is given. Read the problem.
Yes, sir.
Let the number of people who speak both the languages be X. So I say I write X here. Now see, number of people who speak Hindi is how many? 750. Number of people who speak both the languages is X. So how many people can speak Hindi only?
So we can do.
Tell me how many people can speak Hindi only?
So we can do it as 750 minus X for finding how many
Yes.
are
Number of
Bengali
people who
and
speak Hindi only is number of people who speak Hindi minus number of people who speak both. Do you agree or not?
Yes, sir.
yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
So this is 750 minus X. So this is the number of people who speak Hindi only. That means now we can write here 750 minus X. Okay. Similarly, number of people who speak Bengali only. Number of people who speak Bengali only is what should be? Number of people who speak Bengali 400 minus number of
400
people who
minus.
speak both. So now here I can write very safely, I can write 400 minus X. Now, if suppose, okay, I'll come to that part a little later. Okay, let's just answer the question first. What the questions are? First question is, how many people can speak Hindi only? But for that, I will have to find out X. So now what you see here is number of people who speak Hindi only is this. Number of people who speak both, and number of people who speak Bengali only is this. So all of them must add up to 1000 because this is the total number of people, right?
Yes, sir.
So therefore, according to the problem, (750 minus X) plus X plus 400 minus X must be equal to 1000. Now you can solve this equation. That means this X will cancel. So you're going to get 1150 minus X is equal to 1000, and so therefore X is 1150 minus 1000, which is 150. So number of people who can speak both is how many? 150. So now number of people who can speak Hindi only. First, that is the first question, right? How many people can speak Hindi only? How many can speak Hindi only? So once you have found out X, what you are going to do here is you're going to write it here in the Venn diagram. Okay. X you have found out to be 150. You write X is equal to 150. Okay. Now we shall find out number of people who speak Hindi only. Therefore, number of people who speak Hindi only
750 minus 150.
Yes, 150.
So 500.
Speak Hindi only is 750 minus x, which is 750 minus 150, right? Which is 600.
600.
So this should be 600. Okay. And number of people, next question here is number of people who can speak Bengali only. Number of people who can speak Bengali only.
So 400 minus x, that is 400 minus 150.
250. So 350 it will be, I think.
Bengali
Oh no, sir.
only
250.
250.
is 400 minus 150, which is 250. So we're going to write this here.
250.
Okay.
Sir,
And
can
number
you
of,
explain once more the ATTP? So according
which
to the
one?
problem, can you explain?
Yes,
So
I'm
ATTP.
coming back to that. Number of people who
Okay.
speak both the languages. That we have already found out x, right? Which is 150. That's what. And now, see the total number of people here was 1000, right? So number of people who speak Hindi only was 750 minus x, this one. Number of people who spoke Bengali was this much. And number of people who speak both the languages was x. That means number of people who speak Hindi only plus number of people who speak Bengali only plus number of people who speak both the languages must be equal to total number of people. What is there any other set given to you? But there is one exception. Suppose in this problem, if they would have said that there are 50 people who speak none of the languages, then what would have happened? Can anyone tell me if whether what would have happened? Anushka, can you tell me what would have happened? Yes, you can hear me, Anushka. Sharmista, can you tell me if the number of people who
Sir,
speak none
could
of
you
the
repeat
language?
the question?
The question is if number of people if 50 people speak none of the languages, if 50 people speak none of the language, then what would have happened? Sharmista, can you hear me? Yeah.
So can I try?
Go ahead. Tell me.
So then we would write instead of that x, we can write it as 50.
No. If remember, we'll do one type of problem, this type of problem later on. If the number of, suppose here, apart from this information, if it was given here that if 50 speak none of the languages, then we would have written 50 here. Okay, because this region represents those people who speak neither Hindi nor Bengali nor both, right?
Yes.
So that is why if 50 people speak none of the languages, then we would have written 50 here outside. Okay. So therefore, now our equation would have changed. In this, then what would have been our equation? In this, our equation would have become, according to the problem, number of people who speak Hindi only, 750 minus x, plus number of people who speak Bengali, both the languages, plus number of people who speak Bengali only, plus number of people who speak both the language, none of the languages, 50, must be equal to 1.
Yes, sir.
Understood? So that is what the difference is. Since here nothing is given, since here it is given that it is not given that there is no one who speak neither of the languages, then that is why we skip that part. Okay, but if it was given that apart from whatever information, it was given that 50 people speak none of the languages, then we would have written 50 here, and then we would have included 50 in our equation here. Clear? Who was asking? Is it clear to you?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Fine. So let us move to the next problem. In a group of 50 boys, 20 play cricket, 12 play football, and 5 play both the games. Okay. Draw a Venn diagram and find the number of boys who play at least one of the two games, cricket or football, neither cricket nor football. Fine. So what I start here is by saying that let the set of boys who play cricket be A or C. You can denote it by C also. I've written this one denoted by C. Let the set of boys who play cricket be denoted by C, and those who play, and the set, not those, and the set of boys who play football be denoted by F. Okay, so you have C as a set of boys who play cricket, F as a set of boys who play football. Now we are going to proceed to draw the Venn diagram. So a universal set, we'll call it N Xi, in a group of 50 boys. So total number of boys is 50. So that part is clear. Okay, so two sets. We have this set is number of boys who play cricket. This is the number of boys who play football. Okay, and how many play cricket? Only cricket. In fact, there are 20 students who play only cricket. If it is given only cricket, this word only is there. Okay, that means I can write it here. 20 play only cricket. Okay, 12 play only football. So I can write it inside the circle. 12 play only football. And 5 play both the games. So 5 play both the games. This is in the common region of the circles. Okay, so that is the Venn diagram is complete. Okay, now we shall answer the questions. Question is draw a Venn diagram and find the number of boys who play at least one of the two games. Now at least one of the two games means what? Number of boys who play at least one of the two games is number of boys who play cricket only. If I suppose consider yourself. Okay, suppose you in your class, if there are certain boys who play cricket and there are certain boys who play football. Okay, and there are certain boys who play both. Now if I say how many boys can play at least cricket, then what will you think? You will think number of people who speak, number of boys who play cricket only, and number of boys who play football only, and number of boys who play both, right? At least one of the two means what? Either this or both. So that means number of boys who play at least one of the two games will be number of boys who play cricket only plus number of boys who play football only plus number of boys who play both. How many boys play cricket only here? 20. How many boys play football only here? 12. How many play both? 5. That's it. 37. Number of boys who play at least one of the two games. So I hope this is clear.
Yes, sir.
Now the question is neither cricket nor football. Tell me which region represents neither cricket nor football? This one, this part. Remember? I told you.
Yes, sir.
So that means this part will represent the number of students who play neither cricket nor football. Let us suppose that they are X. Let X boys play neither cricket nor football. Then what will happen? Therefore, what is according to a problem? According to a problem, this 20 plus 5 plus 12 plus X must be equal to the total number of boys, 50. See, check whether you agree or not. This 20 plus 5 plus 12 means those who play at least one of the two games plus those who play none of the games must be equal to total number of boys. See, in your class there will be boys who play cricket, there will be cricket only, there will be boys who play football only, there will be boys who play both, and there will be boys who play none also. But if you add them, they'll come to the total number of people in your class. So that is what. So number of boys who play cricket only plus number of boys who play football only plus number of boys who play both must be equal to total number of boys. So therefore this comes to 37 plus X is equal to 50. So how many play none? Only 13 play none of the games. Any questions till this part? If not, then I can stop here.
No,